Hey everybody, I hope you enjoyed your day off yesterday. I am gone for the day, as you can tell, so I'm just going to do the notes that you would have had yesterday on this video. If you didn't already go get a note packet, go grab one. It's on the counter. And you can pause or start this video as much as you want. But we're going to talk about another word today, another vocabulary word, and that is a function. And a function is a specific kind of relation. So a function is a relation, kind of like a square is a rectangle. In a function, there is exactly one output for each input. And another way to say this is every x value has only one y value. Vertical line test is a relation is a function if, this should change that to if, but if it passes the vertical line test, and we use the vertical line test for graphs, that's when we use this the most. And this means a vertical line, so what the vertical line test is it's when a vertical line intersects the graph no more than once. So if it passes that test, if the vertical line only passes through the graph once, then it is considered a function. So I'm going to show you some examples, and then we'll go over some examples and non-examples. So this very first mapping right here, so remember these are inputs, and these are outputs. This is a function because every input has only one output, or has exactly one output. So if you notice, -4 only goes to -3. -2 only goes to -1. 0 only goes to 1, 2 only goes to 3, and 4 only goes to 5. So because every input, the inputs are the ones on the left, only have one output, this is considered a function. Okay, for this next one, I'm going to draw a vertical line. And I'm going to use the vertical line test because this is a graph. And you guys can use your pencil to do this. Just hold it horizontally, it's straight. And what you're going to do is you're going to run this vertical line through this graph, through basically the relation. And if you can go through every point and only be hitting one point at a time, then this is considered a function. So for example, this input right here is -5 because that's where, that's the point of the x, but it only has one output, which is -4. This input is -2, and it only goes with the output -3. So I could do that for all of them. But this is a function because it passes the vertical line test. And I'm going to write it all out right now. Because it passes the vertical line test. So that is one because it passes the vertical line test. So I'm going to give you a few more, and these I want you to say, are they relations or not? So I want you to see if you guys can kind of figure it out on your own, but I'll go through like the first set of examples. So this very first set of ordered pairs is a function. And this is because every input has only one output. And I want you guys to repeat doing this over and over again so you can get better at it. So because every input only has one output. So 5 goes with 0, 10 goes with 13, and -19 goes with 5, but none of those inputs have more than one output. Okay, now looking at this table, this is an example of something that is not a function. Try to think about why. So if you look here, there's an input, -1. And -1 goes with 18. But if you look down the table, there is another input. It goes with -9 too. So the input, -9, not a function because, or sorry, the input, -1, goes with 2 outputs. So because it goes with two outputs, it's considered not a function because this input has two outputs. I'm gonna give you guys a second, start looking at the next ones. Okay, this next function, you might think it's not a function, but it actually is. And this is where people kind of get messed up because if you look, there is a number that repeats twice. 17 repeats twice, but 17 is a y value, it's an output value. And it's okay if output values repeat, but it's not really okay necessarily if input values repeat. So this is a function, and I'm gonna write, it is okay if output values repeat, as long as every input only has one output. And in this case, that is true because -7 only goes with 17, -17 only goes with 9, and 13 only goes with 17. I'm going to pick up, we're going to do the vertical line test over here. And I'm going to go through my graph. So here we're good. Okay, here it does not pass the vertical line test because it's touching 2 points at once. And this happens here too. So for this one, the input value is -1 because that's the x value of these points. Oh no, this is embarrassing. Alexa, turn on living room lights. Alexa runs my house. It's kind of embarrassing, but okay, so this input -1 goes with 4, and this input -1 goes with 2, -2. So this does not pass the vertical line test. So it's not a function. And you are allowed to abbreviate the vertical line test to VLT if you want to. Okay, go ahead and pause this video and try to do these 4 on your own. But I'm going to proceed as if it's not paused because you guys have that capability. So this one is not a function. 5 has 2 outputs. And I'll highlight it right here. 5 goes to 4 and 5 goes to 7, and that is not okay. Over here, this is not a function because honestly, anywhere I pretty much draw this line, it's going to hit 2 points. It hits 2 points here and here. So this is not a function. Doesn't pass vertical line test. This next one is a function, and you might be like, but what about R? And R is okay, right? Because the only condition for something to be a function is every input has one output. 1 only goes with P, 2 only goes with Q, and 3 only goes with Q. So it's okay that R is a loner. Every input still only has one output. So that is A-okay. And this last one is pretty easy. None of the inputs even repeat. So this is a function. So once you finish watching this video, your homework has been posted and that will be due on Tuesday. So pause this, go back over this. If you need to talk to a classmate to get anything clarified, you can. So I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Have a great long week, not a long weekend, same length of a weekend. Have a great weekend.